everyone. Welcome back for the last practice question of this week's unit, writing an equation for another trig function. Similar to question 3, we're going to approach this in the same way by first determining, well, what function is this? Is it a sine, is it a cosine, or is it a tangent? Tangent has a whole bunch of vertical asymptotes going every which way, so it's not a tangent function, so it must be either sine or cosine. So let's get right into it. Since this function starts at a maximum, we know it's a maximum because if I keep following this along, it hits the same point at 4 pi. Since it starts at a maximum, we know it's a cosine function. So we need to fill in what's happening, what transformations are happening. So y is equal to a times cosine of some value b x plus some value c. So we need to find what a is, our amplitude. We need to find b, the value that determines our period, or changes, transforms our period. And then we need to know c, which is our principal axis, or our vertical translation. Well, what we can do first, actually, is we can find what our principal axis is. If I take a maximum and a minimum value, and I just go half the distance, so this maximum value is 4, the minimum value is -4, I can add those two or find how far apart they are. So from 4 to -4, I should subtract actually to find the distance between those. I get 8, so I want to go half of that. I want to go 4 units. Well, our principal axis is 4 units above the minimum and 4 units below the maximum. So our principal axis is actually 0. So we're not adding anything to this. Now we can find our amplitude. Well, we already actually talked about that. Our amplitude is the distance above the principal axis to hit a maximum and below the principal axis to hit a minimum. We said that was 4. So finally, the last thing we need to do in this case is we need to solve for our b value, which is transforming our period. Well, to find our b value, we know our period is equal to 2 pi divided by b. So if I want to find b, I need to identify the period. Well, a cosine function achieves one period as it goes from a maximum to another maximum. And we found that right here. We have a maximum, and we're going through this oscillation to another maximum, and that is 4 pi distance, starting at 0, ending at 4 pi. So 4 pi is equal to 2 pi divided by b. So we can solve for this now. We can multiply by b on both sides. So this reduces to 1, and we pick up a b here. So let's just clean this up. We have 4 pi times some b value is equal to 2 pi, and divide by 4 pi. And the pi's cancel out actually here. This goes to 1 as well. So b is equal to 2 divided by 4, or 1/2. We'll write this as 0.5 probably. And there we have it, a, b, and c. So in the end, we can write this equation. We have y is equal to our a value, which is 4. That's our vertical stretch, times sine of b. Well, b is 0.5 x plus c, which is 0 there. So we typically won't write that. We're lazy. Mathematicians are lazy and don't write plus 0. So this function in the end is y is equal to 4 times sine of 1/2, or 0.5x. I hope the week went well for you all, and you take some time to recover and rest and just relax over this weekend. We'll keep in touch. Again, as always, let me know what questions you have along the way. Thanks.